Welcome along to episode 848 of the Milk Bar. Jason Forrest here with you as ever. Coming up on the show this week, we'll be finding out about the dog-friendly pub of the year for the West Midlands. We'll be nattering with Ian Stone about his forthcoming comedy tour in 2026. Jane Edwards from Malvern Three Counties Showground lets us know about the autumn show this week. We hear about the Menopause and Cancer Awareness Day from the charity of the same name. And Scott Bird at the Grand Theatre let us know what's going on with their Spotlight magazine release for September 2025. That's all on the way on the show this week.
Welcome to the Milk Bar. 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 Welcome to the Milk Bar.
Well, you wouldn't believe it, but we're just a week away from the autumn show taking place at the Three Counties Showground in Malvern. The RHS team are doing their bit with the glorious displays that will be down there. Jane Edwards is head of show, and she's going to tell us what's in store. How are you doing?
Yeah, hi Jason. I'm good, thank you. Yeah, looking forward to next week seeing the autumn show come to life.
I know it's absolutely amazing, and yeah, the brilliant work that everybody behind the scenes does, from the way that the site comes together, the easy way it is to get around, the wonderful things that we can see, and of course the wonderful produce, which really brings home the importance of our farming community across the three counties that you serve, and of course across the whole Midlands region as a whole.
That's right. Yeah, I think, like you say, it's a real harvest time. We class ourselves as the biggest harvest festival in the UK, and I don't think that's any exaggeration, really. There's so many competitions going on, from the amateur grow to show with about 1,400 exhibits in the Harvest Pavilion to the absolute highlight, which is the giant vegetables, which is really like the Olympics of the vegetable world.
Are we expecting any record breakers this year, or is it too soon to say?
Well, last year we broke 12 Guinness World Records, and we were really pleased with that. But talking to one of the growers the other day, he was saying that because we've had a lot of nice weather over the summer, that really has brought on some of the more exotic vegetables. So we might possibly see a record in something like a loofah or a tomatillo. So yeah, watch this space.
Okay, we will be eagerly awaiting finding out what's going on. Obviously, I'll be down there on Friday, bringing my radio show from down there, so that's going to be absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to meeting up with a load of the exhibitors, and obviously the farmers too, where possible, and of course everybody else involved in that whole process. And we'll be having a bit of an natter, I'm sure, as well. But there'll be some celebs as well, because not only do we look at the wonderful projects that gets created, but what to do with them too.
Well, that's it. Yeah, absolutely. So we've got some great special guests joining us next week. Monty Don's coming from BBC Gardener's World, and he'll be here on Saturday, and he's going to talk about his garden at Longmeadow and what's going on in that right now. We've got Adam Frost as well off BBC Gardener's World, and then we've got our Great Malvern Cake Off Theatre back again, which was a real hit last year, and again sort of lining up with Bake Off starting again this year. So we've got lots of ex-Bake Off contestants here showing us all sorts of new top tips, and also going off in a bit of a cake off challenge against each other for decorating cakes, which I think will be fun. We've got Marcus Bean Chef coming, and we've also got JB Gill from JLS coming. And you might remember he was on Strictly Come Dancing last year, did very well on that. And we've persuaded him to come and join us on the vintage dance tent and spin a few people around the dance floor on Sunday as well, which I think will be a lot of fun.
And that thing, it's about fun, but it's also about the serious side of how we get fed. It's a bit of all of it. And dare I say, we're heading towards Christmas at an alarming rate, which means we'll no doubt be thinking about our festive fare. And this is an opportunity to really get some new ideas for the table for the latter part of 2025.
Yeah, it is, and also stocking up on gifts as well. We've got so many great artisan designer makers and people that produce lovely bespoke things that you wouldn't normally find on the high street, and they'll be here in the Guilds of Crafts tents and the arts markets for people to pick up unique pieces, really.
Yeah, and that's what I love about it. I mean, we see so many exhibitors coming from Wolverhampton to the Three Counties Showground for all of the events, there with the big three that we attend over the summer. And I think that's, it really shows off the Midlands as a whole, because I know your gardening groups from across the region will all be heading to Malvern, because it's the easiest one to get to. The parking's so simple, everything's on the flat, you've got absolutely no hills whatsoever. So it works for everybody, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. The hills are a lovely backdrop, but luckily the showground's on the flats, so it's the best of both worlds, really. We've got a fantastic view, but yeah, really accessible. Lots of hard standing, and the ground's looking good. So yeah. And the weather forecast looks great too.
Yeah, well, you can cope whatever the weather, though. That's the crazy part because there are so many things
Mm.
to do, either undercover or in the big pavilion type units down there. It's so simple to cope with. But again, I think it's something that we again going to be looking forward to. What we're going to be seeing because you will have a main arena again this time round.
We have the forestry section where they've got pole climbing competitions going on throughout the show, so that's really quite high adrenaline. You can climb one of these gigantic poles we've got in about 7 seconds. Well, I say you can.
I,
Some people can.
I couldn't, and I have to admit,
No,
I'm
I
not
couldn't
sure I've
either,
got you on the
Jason.
7 second list either, to be honest.
No, no, I'm not. And we've also got the World of Animals arena, and that's really fun as well. So we've got Meet the Dinosaur in there, which we've not had before. So they're going to be doing demonstrations and interactive activities, and we've got dog agility going on in there, ponies as well, and also Atwell Farm Park are joining us as well for the first time, bringing lots of hands-on animals so that people can get up close and learn more about them. So yeah, like you say,
Yeah.
a real variety.
And so that again, that's the important side of it. There is education, there's entertainment, yeah, there's the fact that we can indulge ourselves just a little bit, which is always good fun too. So, how do people get hold of tickets, and how much does it cost to get in?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, best to go to our website, which is malvernautumn.co.uk. Tickets are £22 if they're bought in advance, so it's cheaper to buy them before the day, and under 16s come in free.
So that includes your parking as well, and
Yeah,
you just drive down, get in, get on with it, and have a great day,
yeah, have a great day out with
or
all.
several days.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there is a weekend ticket if people want to come on Saturday and Sunday, to spread the days out and just make more of an experience of it. There's certainly plenty to do over 2 days.
Well, I will see you next Friday, and we'll have a little natter with you on the wireless then. But for now, head of show at the Three Counties, Jane Edwards. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Jason.
Now, when it comes to nipping to the pub, you always want to take your four-legged friend. Absolutely fantastic way of keeping the whole family together. To tell us more about some research about Reading the Pooch for the most dog-friendly pubs, I'm joined now by Charlie and Chris from Tom Over the Wood, and also by Adam Femi. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Right, so first of all, Charlie, Chris, your Labrador, Boris, I believe, is currently doing his duties guarding the pub. But when it comes to having pets in the pub, it is really important to many of your customers, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. Obviously, we do have an area that's available for non-dogs, but we are predominantly dog-friendly pub, or most areas allow it.
And yeah, so you're just down the road in Warwick. So you're one of those pubs that we're going to head to from Wolverhampton to have a bit of a weekend away, stop off in one of the fantastic local pubs that we find when we're out and about. And if somebody has been dog walking around Warwick itself, they can then sort of make their way in and join you there.
This is it, exactly. We're right by the canal as well, so it means people can jump off the canal with their dogs, get inside. We put water bowls outside for them so they can refresh themselves before they get in the pub. And yeah, we do dog treats inside and stuff as well. So yeah, we really encourage it.
Well, I'm hoping that they are Rover approved dog treats. Adam, obviously, this research around this sort of thing has been done by you guys. Tell us a bit more about how you see the importance of this.
It's very important. So the Rover Dog Friendly Pub Awards has looked at 110 pubs. So Luke and his dog Yoshi went and tested them all out. We're looking at lots of these pubs having nice, secure areas for dogs, water, providing biscuits or food, and more importantly than just dog friendly, but actually dog suitable. This is really important. So we're making sure we're taking dogs into the right areas, whether we're walking them, on holiday with them. And this is what Rover have been looking into. So we can see that pubs obviously play a big role socially for us. And dogs too are social mammals, very important to us every day in our lives. And they can bring people together. And that's what we want from these communal spaces. So very important, our dogs socially, for them as well as us.
And you do want to look after your pets. And Chris, Charlie, when it comes down to the areas that the dogs are allowed in, it is about that safety for the dog too. Because we don't necessarily want them hanging around in a restaurant where they could eat food that is wrong for them. But, as long as these things are managed, it can be great for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So we have the bar, the conservatory, they're both dog friendly. They can be booked both areas. But on the restaurant, we do keep for those that don't want to be around the four-legged friends. But we would like to welcome them as part of the family. They have treats, ice cream, On a Sunday, we even do our little doggy roast dinners after all the humans have been fed. We go around with dog bowls and hand them out. So they are part of the family, so I'm sure they enjoy their day out too.
And Adam, I think the research was surprising in those, which is that there's an extra nearly £5 people will spend if they get to take their four-legged friend to the pub.
Exactly, it's being economically friendly as well, and dogs provide a lot for pubs actually, and pubs can provide a lot for dogs as well as provide safe spaces during walks. If we're away, like I said, on holiday, we've just been away recently to Yorkshire, and the dogs came with us. It's very important that we can find safe places to have a meal. We've got children too, and places like Tomo Woods there with Charlie and Chris, really helpful. I noticed you've got a really good doggy menu too, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, doggy menu. So Charlie prints that out with all our snacks and our treats on there, which is really helpful.
From the Canine Club, they're all natural treats as well.
I like the way you have a secure space, guys. It's very important for our dogs. So not all dogs, some dogs might be rescues, maybe from abroad. It's nice to have those secure places where dogs can have a bit of time away. If they are dogs that are maybe first time visiting the pubs, young puppies, it's important that as owners, and from my behavioural perspective, that we look at those safe places within pubs, hotels, those sorts of things. And these secure areas, I noticed that Luke and Yoshi noted that in your pub, which is great to see and hear.
So we've also got the huts outside, you see. So we've built some huts during COVID, and they're also a great space. If you've got dogs that are a little bit reactive or something like that, you can have in there, you can have your food in there, shelter from the weather a bit. Obviously, if it's too bad, we don't open them up, but that's can keep them really separate, and that's we think that's really important.
Well, this all sounds absolutely fantastic. A way of bringing the whole families together, because their pet is part of the family. You don't want to miss out. They're used to hanging around when you're eating, when you're out about, and they will smell the food on you when you get back if you do it without them, and they will want to know where theirs was. So you've got to make sure you're looking after them. But I love the fact that as well, if people are going past a dog-friendly pub on their dog walk, they can easily just nip in for a swift pint themselves without the rest of the family realising that they've enjoyed it, and the dog won't say a word either. They'll keep the secret, won't they?
A lot of our customers get dragged in by the dogs, they don't manage the walk because the dogs drag them in.
And we hope as well, like winning the Rover Dog Friendly Award, that will encourage people know more about us, and they'll encourage them to come in with their pets and bring them out and enjoy the pub with their pets, which I think is a great idea.
Well, Charlie and Chris, congratulations on being the West Midlands winner in the Rover Pub Dog Awards. And Adam, obviously, if we are pampering our poochies by taking them for a pint, there's other ways to do that on the Rover platform as well, isn't there?
Certainly, yeah. Check out rover.com, and there's lots of information for us pet owners, whether it's beyond dog sitting, daycares, drop-ins, those sorts of things. So lots of information. Check their site. And
a full list of dog-friendly pubs too. So if you're travelling outside the Midlands, we can go and check out some other ones there too.
Exactly, 100%.
Well, the team at Tom O. The Wood in Warwick, Chris and Charlie, and also Adam Femi from Rover, thank you all for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
There is a brand new Spotlight magazine out from the Grand Theatre, which means we get to explore its pages and what's going to be on stage at the theatre over the next few months. Scott Bird from the Grand is here with me in the Grand. I mean, we've nipped along to come and explore and get excited about all the stuff that's happening here, including seeing a get-in for a show that's opening very soon.
Yeah, it's the summer is well and truly over.
Oh, don't say that. I'm still dressed for summer, as a year.
But here at the Grand, the autumn season, I think, is the most exciting time of year, because that's when all the shows start up again. Like you say, we've just got a get-in at the moment for Cinderella, which is a brand new Desi pantomime, and of course it also means that there's a brand new brochure on the shelves, and we just got these out of the box, didn't we, in the dress circle, and there's only about 4 issues left.
It's going well.
4 copies left, so we need to put some more out.
It'll be replenishing. But I mean, it is very festive. I mean, it always looks suitably sparkly, but with Danny Beard festooned across the front cover, the shiny silver lettering, that says Panto all over, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really special, this cover. I love Danny's look. It's the first time we've gone silver foiling on the front. Like you say, it's very sparkly, it's very festive. Yeah, it's fabulous.
Ahead of an amazing season. But before we get to the Christmas panto, there's plenty to see and do in the interim. So what have you got on the way, sir?
Of course, well, there's a welcome, first of all, from our senior leadership team. So Karen, our newly appointed chief executive.
Is this her first spotlight?
It's her first spotlight.
Well, there you go.
It is, yeah. So, but... it is Karen's first, but all of the senior leadership team are in the spotlight really, and this is a welcome from all of them.
Yeah, you can spot Ian on the end, looking incredibly tall compared to everybody else.
But so everybody's in there with their job titles, and so you get to know you can find out who's who and what everyone does in the theatre. So that's a nice little welcome from the team there. I'm just going to flick through the first couple of pages because it's. About how you can insure your tickets. And,
that's the housekeeping.
Download the app. Yeah. But the first show, of course, is the very get-in that you were just talking about.
It is.
That we've seen, which is Cinderella, which is our South Asian-inspired pantomime. Mm-hmm. So it's a Bollywood pantomime, South Asian-inspired, lots of kind of Bollywood dance, sparkly costumes with fabric that's been flown in from India.
Excellent.
It's a fusion of styles, this.
And I think it's another exciting thing from the people who bought you Frankie Goes to Bollywood. Mm-hmm. And the look in parts of that show was amazing. The energy there was, part of the magic. And, you've got this turned into panto, and they're just going to excel, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, we're really pleased to have teamed up with Rivco for this. Of course, we had Frankie Goes to Bollywood last year, and that was a co-production that they did with Watford Palace Theatre. But now this has also got some involvement from Watford Palace. But we are we're the proud sort of co-creators of this.
So this is going to put a big grand sparkle on top of everything.
It's like you say, they're doing the get-in now. It's currently being built here in Wolverhampton. The company have been rehearsing in London, but moved to Wolverhampton this week to put it on stage, and it opens here and they'll then go on a mini tour up until kind of the end of November. But it all starts here, and tickets are few and far between now. But if you can get to us between the 23rd and 27th of September, it'd be fun.
Worth a check out. Okay. Next up,
I should say actually that's an interview there with Amit.
Okay.
Chana, who is the director.
Great.
Which is a fabulous read. We've got some one-nighters,
including Tim Peake. I like the fact you've got astronaut Tim Peake coming along.
Yeah,
I saw that and thought I need to get to that one.
I mean, even on just these 2 pages here, there's everything from James Bond to astronauts to Nina Simone, magic, comedy, comedy from Jack D, Elvis World Tour. Before we get to Cirque Awards, ID Reloaded.
Now this again, something special and magical, and the sort of thing that the Grand can host so well.
Yes. Now this is another show from Dance Consortium. So if people are aware, we're a member of Dance Consortium, which is a consortium of 13, I think now, theatres in the UK who are there really to find and showcase the best of world dance in the UK.
Yeah, championing some amazing dancers from across the globe.
Yeah.
Working together and putting shows on across the country means that the cost of getting these people to the UK is shared, and you can then bring in huge numbers of dancers, which bring the stage to life.
Yeah, and some of these companies have never performed in the UK before. Some of them, it's been a long time since they were here. Cirque was, I think, was probably about 10, 12 years ago, I think was the last time they performed in the UK, and they had a show called ID. And it was circus skills, it was all kinds of dance combined with bikes and aerial ropes and all the rest of it. And now this is a refreshed kind of take on a show that's probably conceived about 10 years ago. This is ID Reloaded now for a new age. But there's a video on our website and YouTube, and just to see it, it's quite, when people go on Britain's Got Talent or whatever and kind of do those ridiculous balancing acts and all that kind of thing, it's gravity defying.
It has it all.
Yeah, and that's on the 3rd and 4th of October. There's an interview there with Jeannot Panchot, who is their artistic director.
So that's going to be worth a look too.
Yeah, then we go on to Friends, the musical parody.
I had a chat with Monica. She is brilliant fun, and the cast are so looking forward to it. And if you've seen this before, it's been sort of reworked and tightened, and it's made into an even more exciting show.
Yeah, so this show, I think we had the musical probably about 3 or 4 years
It's
ago.
a little while back.
Maybe longer than that.
Yeah.
We had it for one night and it sold out pretty much immediately, and everyone loved it. And now they've gone away, worked on the show, and turned it into something even bigger. And now it's selling in theatres for weeks. Some theatres have had it for 2 or 3.
But Friends is so loved, though, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. And loved it too is Alicia, who's from Wolverhampton, grew up here, and I think in some of the local amateur groups, kind of, that's where she found her feet on stage, and now she's gone away to be a professional performer and is making her professional grand theatre debut, I think. Yeah, she's not been here with the show before, so not since she was a kid, I don't think so.
But music, smiles, and the parody of the cast of Friends.
Yeah, and you would think, looking at this picture of her, that she would play Phoebe, and that's where she went. She went into audition to be Phoebe, as I'm sure she told you in the interview.
Yeah,
and, they stuck a brown wig on her, and actually she is Monica.
Yeah, and she's fantastic.
She's fantastic. So yeah, that is from the 13th to the 18th of October. So.
And that's just moments away as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Then some of our accessible work from our creative and community engagement department there.
You sit down, read all of that, grab your copy of
Memory
Spotlight.
Cafe tours there with Sophie Ann, and there's some words from Nadia, who heads up that department. So make sure you read that, and then some things from our sponsors and our partners before we get on to Bilston Operatic Company with Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
It's an amazing show, and we know that Bilston are really going to do their thing with this. And it's all about the bus very often, isn't it? And they've got a quality bus for this.
Yeah, so I believe. Yeah, and I mean, if you look at the costumes on here, or if you look at it online, you can see that they're very good quality costumes, just as fabulous as the professional.
But they always do that, though. Yeah. West Brom, Bilston, all of the theatre groups who come to the Grand, they bring you a show which sits at the same quality as the theatre.
Yeah, and you can see that from the 22nd to the 26th of October.
Now this one, I was very excited when I got my press invite for this, because this is, again, the work of C.S. Lewis, but a West End show straight to the stage at the Grand.
Yes, yeah, we're really excited to have this. It's been around for a little bit in the West End, and I think it did a Christmas season at the Rep a few years ago in Birmingham, and people loved it. And finally, it's made its way to Wolverhampton. It is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And if you've seen Warhorse, the style of puppetry for Aslan, the lion, is very similar to Joey in Warhorse. And it is the producer, Chris Harper, is known for his work in the West End and on Broadway. He did Company, that revival of Company with Patti LuPone, the West End and Broadway production of that, and also Death of a Salesman, Sharon D. Clarke, Wendell Pierce on Broadway. That's him. So this is his creation.
But this is going to be something which has meaning for the whole family.
Yeah, it really is. I was lucky enough to go and see this a couple of months ago in Leicester, and just the stagecraft. It's beautiful, the way that the puppetry, the costumes, the creativeness in this is stunning. And actually, I think we've got it at the perfect time. Yeah. Because, of course, in the story, it's kind of autumn going into winter, and when we have this later in October, it'll be the perfect kind of time.
Absolutely. That's going to work absolutely perfectly.
Yeah. The 28th of October is the 1st of November, that, before Josh Widdicombe and Danny Robbins come. A bit of comedy, a bit of podcast.
And again, it's the right sort of venue for all of that as well. I mean, you've been able to speak in the round. There's some of the shows I saw last year, but particularly when the likes of Jasper Carrot was down here. It just works so well with the way the Grand's set out. Yeah.
Also, what will work really well is Des Coleman, the weatherman from ITV. Singing weatherman.
I've got to catch up with the team again on that, and Des is due to be having a natter with me, because that one I've been talking to his big band colleagues, and it's going to be an absolutely brilliant show, isn't it?
Yeah, we're really excited for this. We've been working with Des to kind of package up the show. This is a fresh new look for the show on the 6th of November, and we kind of invite people to sort of come, dress up, get in the mood in the kind of that kind of age of Art Deco style and glam. And
so you're either on a cruise ship in the 1920s, or possibly just it's a speaking type bar, that sort of thing.
That kind of vibe. So of course you don't have to, but if you want to, get in the mood, that'd be great. But then
dig out the spats.
There's lots more one night shows here, 2 Pints podcast, 80s Live.
Yeah, Will was very excited about that when I spoke to him last year, and he was very keen to be coming to Wolverhampton, so that's all good.
Good. Before we get into Panto, there's one more show. It's Elf.
Again, perfectly placed.
Yes. Elf the Musical is going to be fun, starring Jordan Conway from the 11th to 16th of November. So,
and
you've seen the film.
You're of the age where you appreciated the film first time round, I'm going to guess, aren't you?
Just about,
So brilliant stuff there.
Yeah. And then, of course, it is Panto time from the 29th of November, and here are our cast, which we finally announced.
Yes, the best kept secret, I think, for a good while, and again, an amazing lineup. And I'm going to start off with the lads from Wolverhampton, because they are just so talented. Homegrown talent, but national talent. In fact, international talent.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, I think, because with Panto, the very best pantos are the pantos that are created for the cities that they're in.
Yeah.
And that's what we strive to do here at Wolverhampton, is sort of create a panto that is bespoke for the people of Wolverhampton, and if we can, starring the people of Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
It's such a homegrown product. It makes sense, total sense, to have homegrown talent in it. And when that homegrown talent is already out there, filming all over the world,
on TV,
on the stages of the West End, those are the people that you want in there. So to have Zach Douglas and Solomon Davey in the panto is a thrill. And of course, Solomon was here in Hairspray earlier this year, and was very popular, and he's very talented. It's annoying.
Yeah, I hate him.
But we love him.
He's a lovely fella as well.
Yeah,
that's the
he's
bit.
great. He's great.
And Zach we know well at the Grand.
Zach is off filming all year round. With Gwed,
yes,
and he's filming that again just before Panto, I think, and The Good Ship Murder, and Vera, and Larkin, and Lockerbie. The list goes on. And when he's not filming, because he loves the theatre so much, he comes back and works here front of house. So of course you might have seen Zach's face front of house as one of our front of house managers in between all of his filming. And this year he'll be back on the other side of the curtain. So
which is brilliant. We're alongside Danny Beard, and there's of course Ian, and it's going to be just fantastic as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, just look at Danny. The costumes are going to be sensational.
Out of this world.
And of course Danny is the cover star too. But then of course up here we've also got Deborah Stevenson, who Coronation Street, Bad Girls, and of course lent her voice to many an episode of Spitting Image. So we're thrilled to have Deborah on board. She's already been, when she came in for a photo shoot, she was already slipping into so many impressions of Cilla Black, and who else did she do? The Queen. She does a good Donald Trump.
Okay.
So who knows who might also be in the panto. I mean, this is celebrity lineup through Deborah.
This is going to be awesome.
The most eclectic and well-known celebrity lineup ever, I think.
And Georgia in there as well.
And Georgia, of course, who was in Bat Out of Hell earlier this year. And she's got an incredible voice, and will be a fantastic princess. So.
And I love the fact that these people will be there. The voices you've got on that stage are going to just resonate.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a pantomime, but it'll be kind of full West End.
The Grand knows how to do that sort of thing.
These people can sing.
Yeah.
So it's. I think pantomime gets a bad rap, doesn't it? People think it's kind of a bit. A bit thrown together, but
and sometimes it has to look that way, even though it isn't. So,
but really, it takes incredible talent to make it to the stage.
Yeah.
And if anybody is familiar with the Grand Theatre Panto, I think how much work goes into it.
Absolutely.
The set is currently being built brand new. I got to see some pictures yesterday. It looks sensational. Glitter is the word.
Right, I'll be checking your phone there for the pictures in a bit.
So yes, but
the opportunity to talk to these stars as well. So read these interviews.
It's full of interviews. There's an interview with Danny there, and then of course on the other page is an interview with Solomon, Zach, and Deborah. So there's plenty to be reading there on the panto. Spotlight Podcast, which is our little podcast that we do, and some stuff on South Asian Heritage Month, which we celebrated this year, the first time ever really that there were official celebrations I was about to say just in Wolverhampton, but in the Midlands in general. I think there's quite a big celebration up in Manchester, but it's kind of moving south, and we were very proud to be the Midlands representatives of South Asian Heritage Month. So that's just a little bit of recap on the July-August events there.
And look towards what can be done next year to make it even bigger and better.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're definitely celebrating it again next year, but not before we've had visits from Northern Live, Coldplay tribute, Sky Full of Stars, Frankie's Guys, Harry Redknapp is back.
Yeah.
So lots of of one night.
And it's always worth checking the website for one night shows as well, because they get added in periodically.
They do, yeah. So there will still be some make their way in. The Queens are back, who of course
always popular
and helped to celebrate Wolverhampton Pride last year. Legend of Bob Marley, Omid Jalili. So comedy, music, some general pictures of us and what we've been getting up
lots
to
of social stuff
on press nights, which is always nice to kind of see behind the scenes and behind the curtain. Beverly Knight there with her seat plaque that she was presented with, and some pictures from Pride, some pictures from South Asian Heritage Month, and some curtain calls along the way. And Speak Up, our project with the National Theatre. Yeah. Before 2 weeks.
2 weeks is unusual, isn't it?
Hours, yeah, especially for a play.
Yeah.
But I think it's testament to the power of these sitcoms of the 70s, 80s and 90s that have kind of, found their home on stage. And of course we had Only Fools and Horses last year, which did incredibly well.
And I think it's the charm of these things, isn't it? And whilst the shows themselves are of their time and in their time, the comedy that's in there can come forward, and it is timeless in itself, isn't it?
Yeah. And again, I was very lucky to go and see this in the West End, which is where this comes from directly. And as we speak, the show is celebrating 50 years since it first aired.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a 50th anniversary tour.
The scary bit is it's before you were born, but I was 3 when it first went on telly. But there we go.
So this month actually is the anniversary. So it's a real.
But lots of Paul Nicholas in there, who was doing loads of other great comedy at that time. And weirdly, he's an older fella now. I can't quite work that out myself. He was always so young on TV.
And he's there as the major, and was in it in the West End as well, and he's fab. And then new for the tour is Joanne Clifton as Polly, who of course is Strictly Pro champion, who's been here a few times, got her own seat plaque as well.
Absolutely.
So it'd be nice to see Joanne back, and that is from the 10th to 21st of February.
So it's going to be a good start to the new year. And now I have to be. When my copy of Spotlight fell onto the doormat, I spotted the cover star, and Sophie Ann is a phenomenal singer. Yes. Our mutual friend Carl McGregor told me how wonderful she was, and I didn't believe it till I heard her, and she is just wonderful.
Yeah, Sophie is such a talented vocalist, and she's a friend of the Grand, and I'm sure that people who often come here to the Grand would have seen Sophie in either the Panto or, like you say, some of the music shows she's done here, or even the Memory Cafe that she performs at with for our patrons with living with dementia. But this is Sophie's kind of own project now. She's fully in the spotlight. And you might have seen her gigging at various places, supporting various artists. I think she does some sets at Albert Schloss, but now she's back at the Grand, but up front and centre with her band, and she's mixing the old school and the new flavours, which is where the title of the show, Flavour, comes from.
Working well.
And it's club classics, and it's 80s, 90s, 2000s, right up to present day, really. Soul, club, house classics. So yeah, it's gonna be
mean just an amazing night of entertainment with a truly phenomenal singer, don't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, full of flavour.
Yeah, full of flavour on 7th of March.
That's worth doing.
So yeah, that's that. Before Christmas Causland returns.
I don't think he did make, because his tour was all over the place in the end, wasn't it? Because it was strictly not last year, wasn't it?
Yes, it was last year, so we had to reschedule last year's date, which he did come and do and sold out, and we're already looking at pretty much on the way to a sellout with the new date as well.
That's understandable.
So yes, Christmas Causland is back on the 5th of March if you missed him last year. Also selling really well on the 27th of February. It's an evening with Nigel Owens, the rugby referee. So we're talking all about that. The rugby union on the 27th of February with a live Q&A. But around there is some great music in Seven Drunken Nights.
Now I've chatted with those guys as well, and they really love their music, don't they?
Yeah, they do. So that's going to be fun on the 8th of March. And Tap Factory, a bit like Stomp, if you're familiar with the West End show Stomp. It's tap shoes, it's drums, it's all kinds of acoustic kind of beats and rhythms.
Because it's that in itself. You're not sure what you're going to see until you see it, are you? And I think the way that it all comes to life, and you can't believe the moves that these people are making on
it kind of
stage.
doesn't make sense on paper.
Yeah.
There's no way you can kind of portray what you're going to see, but then when you do see it, it's one of those that you kind of think, I need to go again. So yes, and then the Nutcracker and Swan Lake from the Varna Ballet, some traditional ballet.
Now, you've been swanning around with this. I haven't had invites to this yet, and lots of my friends have. Where's my invite to some sort of preview of this? I want to talk it up. I know. What are you making me wait till March?
I'm really excited about this one because, of course, Steps were my band when I was younger. But Here and Now, the Steps musical, premiered in Birmingham in November last year, and is now fully out on a UK tour, which opened in Manchester a couple of weeks ago, and is back in the Midlands, but here in Wolverhampton in March. And it's not like it's not a biographical musical of Steps. Think Mamma Mia.
Yeah,
it's got the music of Steps, but it's set in a seaside bargain store called Better Best Bargains, and it's full of the music of Steps, and it's full of the joy of Steps, the nostalgia of Steps, and
having been to see Steps live on stage at the NEC or whatever it's called this week, that music just enlivens and puts a spark into people of so many generations. I mean, for you, it was your band when you were growing up. I was playing the music and creating a party with it in various bars, clubs, and whatever else over the years, DJing. And it's a floor filler every time.
And Steps obviously are still going strong, and they're fully behind the musical, and I think that's why it's so successful and getting great reviews and a real hit with the fans, because most kind of sort of 90s bands probably aren't really sort of seeing the at least the current success that Steps are seeing, and they're still here and their fans still love them. So we're really excited to have that and to see how they managed to fit 5, 6, 7, 8 into a musical, which I think they struggled with originally, but the way that they've put it in is really funny.
It's not shoehorned. It's slotted in nicely.
It's worked into the story, and then totally different musical, I guess, the week after with Operation Mincemeat, which is currently taking the world by storm. I went to New York earlier this year, and the posters for Operation Mincemeat were all over Broadway.
Globetrotting.
And people were going, "Go and see Operation Mincemeat," and I was like, "No, because I can see it in Wolverhampton at home."
You're going to see the shows you couldn't see.
So obviously, to kind of have a show that is currently taking Broadway by storm here in Wolverhampton is really special. So
that's good. Something to look forward to.
Yes, that is the 17th to 21st of March. Before Ben Fogle talks about his adventures in the wild.
Now he's been working this show quite hard, and has just been getting such good praise for the sort of commentary he brings to the world.
Yeah, and of course it says here, from the wilderness of northern Sweden to the jungles of Honduras, environments of Chernobyl. I don't think there's any corner of the world that Ben has not explored.
You've probably seen him as you've been passing. He should be gallivanting across the globe.
So looking forward to that on the 22nd of March, 24th of March. That'll be the day is back, 40th anniversary show. Before a little bit more of a chill in the air.
Yes, the Signal. It's been a while since the Signal's been to the Grand, hasn't it? Because it's one of those shows which comes back because it is so well loved.
Yes.
And even if you've seen it historically, it's well worth coming back to the story, isn't it? Because it is the staging which will be slightly different, and that will get you.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to that. That is from the 26th to 28th of March. So it's a nice bit of drama. That is very welcome in the programme. Then, of course, some more one-night shows.
Henning Venn, he's amazing. So that'd be worth a look.
That's on the 29th of March. Brainiac Live, the Olivier Award winner for Best Family Show this year. So if you like your science or you just like blowing things up, you can come and see that. Billy Joel's songbook, Shoop Shoop Share collection.
Lots of brilliant music.
Quality tribute acts there.
Yeah, Steve Steinman does an amazing job as well.
Of course, The Eternal Love.
Yeah.
That's great there. Making Magical Moments with First Call, which is, of course, a youth membership for 8 to 15-year-olds. Get an adult to become the member, bring the kid, combine the two prices, and you get 2 tickets for a very reasonable price of have won at some points. You know, two tickets for £50 there for Cinderella. Fawlty Towers, 2 tickets for £40. So yeah,
Some
really
great
good.
value deals on that
Some
one.
great value deals there.
Oh, now here's an exciting page or two. I not only got some big pants for a party,
Yeah.
but you've got the Sensational 60s Experience, which will be wonderful,
Yeah.
followed by the Rocky Horror Show.
Yes.
And how many years has this been on the road? It's not enough, whatever it is, but
No, I think the last tour was an anniversary tour, 40, 50.
I think it might have been 50 last time round.
Maybe. So we always have fun with the Rocky Horror Show, so we're looking forward to having that back. From
We'll be expecting you to be dressed up
to the 18th of April.
You'll be Brad, won't you? You'll be Brad again,
I've
won't
got in the
you?
wardrobe.
Yeah,
Jason,
he can play Brad easily.
Then there's a page here talking about the impact report that we've just published with our Black, African and Caribbean ambassadors. That showcases some of the work that we've been doing together over the last 4 or 5 years to increase black audiences at the Grand, which I'm pleased to report has been hugely successful.
The Grand is for all our city, and
Yes.
so that's brilliant work.
Yes, yeah, and of course we also have our youth ambassadors and our South Asian ambassadors, and a lot more work as well to kind of make the audiences here at Wolverhampton as reflective of the diversity in our beautiful city. So really proud of that. And then from the 20th to the 25th of April, prior to West End, is the talented Mr. Ripley.
And I like that prior to West End. That's you don't hear that. The
you don't
fact
get that very often,
no.
really, that you can see it here in Wolverhampton before it goes on to the West End. It's usually direct from the West End. So if you're familiar with the film, this is the kind of the first major stage adaptation.
I'm getting excited because we're getting close to the one page I'm really looking forward to at the moment.
Oh, okay.
And you know which one that is. It's not yet.
It's not yet.
This is all good. I'm not dissing what's on this
Yes,
page. But
Man in the Mirror, Michael Jackson tribute. For the Fanilows, the Copacabana Barry Manilow tribute and West Bromwich Operatic Society are back.
they're going to absolutely rock Saturday Night Fever, aren't
Saturday
they?
Night Fever, yeah. I'm not sure whether they've started rehearsals yet, but it's going to be a great show. Simon Reeve is back, and Judy Love, more comedy there, and some operas from the Ellen Kent opera tour.
Every bit of the world of the arts covered, I think. Which is good.
Yeah.
Now, this is an exciting page.
Yeah.
Because at Trocadero,
Yes.
have they done the Grand before?
No.
I didn't think so. I thought this
No.
was a Grand Theatre debut.
It is a Grand Theatre debut. I remember seeing the Trocs probably about 12 years ago, I think was the last time they were in the UK.
I was supposed to go and see them over in Birmingham because apparently there are theatres over there as well. And I had to work late. I had tickets and my boss made me stay at work.
No.
And I was devastated I didn't get to go and see the show. The work paying for the tickets there was no help whatsoever. The fact I couldn't go, broken hearted. However, the Grand's going to fix that.
Yeah, from the 15th and 16th of May next year. Now, if you're unfamiliar,
That's in my diary already.
Great. But if people are unfamiliar with the work of this, really what you get is an evening of top quality classical ballet on point, but all of the ballerinas are men. So
but they're so talented. I mean, it is just amazing to see. Yeah, but but even then, it's the ballet talent which shines through, isn't it? This is serious ballet.
Yeah.
It's just single gendered.
Yeah, but with huge comedy spins on it.
Yes.
But of course, the quality of the dance is second to none.
Yeah, that's what.
So
it's about all of it, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's a great. No, I'm really looking forward to that. And again, that is another dance consortium show. So following on from Circa Was, Ballet BC, Sao Paulo Dance Company. That's what I love about dance consortium. It's so varied.
Yeah.
You're not going to see this in Circa Was, but equally, you're not going to see. I don't know. You might see them riding around on bikes. Who knows?
On
goes, I think,
they could catch us out with that one.
Yeah, but I think that I remember specifically the Dying Swan in Swan Lake is a particular highlight of that show. So, yes, before we go on to 222, a ghost story, cast still to be announced.
But coming back to the Grand. And everybody I spoke to who'd seen it last time were just absolutely blown away, and the twists and turns in the show, they were absolutely amazing.
And it's one of the, I think the thing is with these shows is you kind of see it once and then you go, well, I know the twist now, or I know what it's all about. But with this show, I think there's reason to come back again and again because there's always clues that you miss throughout it.
I think
that you want to come and see again. Yeah. Go, I didn't pick up on that.
You want to look for the things that you should have seen.
For the things that you should have seen. So we won't say any more. No. But from the 18th to 23rd of May, that is back. Cast still to be announced. But it's always a fabulous cast that they pick for that. So Then we move on to the work with Speak Up with the National Theatre, which has been a project that's kind of come to an end now, but has got a legacy programme that's going to be continuing into the future. That's with the National Theatre and our fabulous practitioners, Fran Richards, Caris Jackson and Tristan Jones-Smith. So
they're a good team.
Read up on that. Before we have some more
great comedy, more comedy,
comedy, just in live, Horrible Histories, which always goes down really well.
That's where you got all of your understanding of history from, isn't it?
Yes, my terrible Tudors and my old Egyptians. If they're not covered in Horrible Histories, I don't know. But but then we kind of said prior to West End for Talented Mr. Ripley, but then direct from the West End and Broadway really is Mean Girls the musical, which we're really looking forward to. That is from the 23rd to the 27th of June. And Barry White, some more musical tributes here. Barry White, Michael Jackson. Bluey is back.
You love Bluey as well.
Yeah, who doesn't? So Bluey's back from the 23rd to the 26th of July. Bluey's big play.
Yep.
Legally Blonde, we're really excited to see back at the Grand. It's been a while since this show's been here, but I love Legally Blonde. So yeah, very excited about that. And then get yourself some gift vouchers.
Oh, absolutely. Great Christmas present. If you don't know what to choose as far as shows go, that's the way to do it, isn't it?
Yeah. And then just some more information on dementia-friendly theatre, accessible theatre, and some of the partnerships here at the Grand.
And loads to read. That's the important part. You've got plenty to catch up on. I mean, obviously, the Grand is home to the arts in the city, and it's going to be well worth picking up your copy and seeing how many shows you can get to. But this helps you choose. It's almost like, you know what kids with the Argos catalogue?
Yeah,
that's Movie Spotlight.
Get the pen out.
Yeah, circle it and then leave it casually lying around for your loved one to buy your tickets for.
Yeah.
Well, grandtheatre.co.uk is where you can find out all about any change to that. The magazine itself is what you want to pick up to read all the amazing interviews and see what's going on. And then, of course, you can call the box office 01902 429212. Have that debit card in hand and get your tickets booked for what will be another brilliant season of theatre. Scott, always good to catch up with you. Have a brilliant time enjoying the shows, and we'll talk more about some of these fantastic things, including the wonderful panto in the not too distant future.
Yeah. See you soon, Jason. Thank you.
There's an impact on cancer treatment triggering menopause. This is something you may not be aware of. Somebody who's a cancer survivor and founder of Menopause and Cancer is Danny Vinnington, who joins me now. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you today?
I'm fine. I hope we find you well as well.
Good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, good to talk to you. Now, this brand new Awareness Day, it's straight in the calendar for the 18th of September. And this is going to be the date where we look at what is here, a trigger for something which for many women will be a day-to-day reality anyway. But coupling that with cancer treatment and the issues around health there, this can be somewhat of a double whammy when it comes to having knock-on effects to someone's well-being, both physically and mentally.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people aren't aware and they don't realize that cancer treatments can make people menopausal, and that can be at any age, and it can be any cancer treatment. So it could be chemotherapy, it could be radiotherapy to the pelvis, it could be surgery to remove the ovaries, or drugs that really strip the body of all estrogen that is part of cancer treatment. And most people aren't aware when it happens to them, and often healthcare professionals aren't very good at telling people what they might expect. So there's a lot we need to get done so that people can survive cancer feeling well without all of these miserable side effects.
Absolutely. The survey of 1,200 women shown that more than 90% receive no plan to manage menopause-related changes from cancer treatment. And in some ways, it could be because the medical profession seeing this as a side effect of the cancer treatment and not early onset menopause.
Yes, and it is both. It is a long-term side effect of cancer treatment. It's often not spoken about, and it is also early or premature menopause for those that are under the age of 45. But also for people that are over the age of 5, the severity of having absolutely no estrogen in the body, and for the cancer treatments to really strip away all of that estrogen, the side effects of that can be very severe. And for many people, when they're thrust into menopause very quickly, symptoms can be a lot more severe, and sometimes treatment options are different to those of a healthy perimenopausal and menopausal woman.
Because somebody who may be on HRT may have to stop that for their cancer treatment as well.
Absolutely. So you may be managing your symptoms, you may be on hormone replacement therapy, and then your doctors say you've now got to stop it from one moment to the next. And for some people, that is a really big concern because they're worried about how they will do on top of now managing cancer diagnosis and that treatment as well. We also support people in their 20s and 30s, and their cancer treatment may have stopped their ovaries from working. And these are people far too young to deal with the side effects of menopause, unsupported and not knowing what to expect.
And so this actually has a huge mental health impact on top of the concerns that you will already have surrounding the cancer treatment itself.
Yes, and so we often talk about it being affecting the whole person. So these can be symptoms that are physical, they can be mental, they're emotional symptoms. What's really difficult, and I've made that experience myself when I was thrust into early menopause at the age of 39, was that I felt I shouldn't complain. I felt my cancer treatment is behind me. I've now survived it. And I had loads and loads of debilitating symptoms, but I didn't feel I could show up and complain because I felt it's only symptoms, it's not life-saving. But for many people, these symptoms can be so debilitating. We even talk about people with suicidal thoughts.
Because a successful cancer treatment is exactly that, you're giving your life back. But it's what sort of life you then get. And we have to think about quality of life across the board. And maybe even, as we've said here, because only 1% had clear guidance, they may not realise what it is or why it is. And it's almost as if their post-cancer them is someone they don't recognise.
Absolutely. And the message we really want to bring home today is that these people have a lot of options. Just because maybe their doctor said you've got to come off your HRT, or no one's spoken to them about the impact of their cancer treatment on the menopause, I want people to really know they have options too. And they might be non-hormonal options or complementary therapies. I want people to know they have strategies to help them live with a good quality of life.
Where can we find out more about the work being done by Menopause and Cancer? And of course, make sure we put the 18th of September in our diaries for World Menopause and Cancer Awareness Day.
Absolutely. So a good starting point is our website, menopauseandcancer.org. And from there, people can then choose how they embark on their learning journey. Some people might want to listen to a podcast. We've got the Menopause and Cancer podcast with weekly episodes with doctors going out. We've got YouTube channels, we've got written resources, but most importantly, we also have community. People can join our walk-in talks all across the country, and we also have education for healthcare professionals. So whether people are affected by menopause after cancer themselves listening today, or they're a healthcare professional, or maybe you're someone supporting a loved one through it. We all know a woman who's been diagnosed with cancer, and so open the conversation and send them to menopauseandcancer.org.
Oh, Danny Bennington, cancer survivor and founder of Menopause and Cancer. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for all the good work.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Ian Stone is about to embark upon a 40-date tour. You wouldn't think he had it in him, but apparently he has. He's with me now to tell me what he's up to. How are you doing, sir?
Why wouldn't you think I had it in me?
I've read the press release.
Called you out, Jason. Called you out. I've got it. I have got it in me. I mean, I'll say that. We'll see how it goes. You know, I might drop dead during the middle of the tour, and then you'd sit there and go, "Do you know what? He didn't have it in him, did he?"
Yeah, told him
other
so.
Other than that, we'll see how we go.
Now, obviously, tours up and down the country, and that is part of the fun, isn't it? You're in the Midlands on a couple of occasions. It is January and March you're stopping by. You've got the Stafford Gatehouse 21st of January, and then the Glee Club over in Brum on the 19th of March. So two wonderful venues. One, your traditional theatre. The other one, a comedy club. So, okay, let's put it to the test. Which one's better?
Which one sold less tickets? Hang on a minute. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah. Well, do you know what? I love them both. And there's obviously it's me sitting on the fence. But in the end, if you've got people in front of you and they're laughing, then I'm happy in any room, to be honest with you. And obviously the room has to be suitable, but a comedy club and a theatre, they work. They're both great venues, to be honest with you. So I'm just happy to be coming.
I'm just playing devil's advocate again. You know how it goes.
I know.
Okay, so for those who haven't experienced your like before, what can they be prepared for? Are they better under-prepared? Which do you prefer?
Do people really need to be prepared for I mean in the end I'm just going, well I just think to myself I'm just going to walk out and start talking, right? And it's I mean, it's in English. I basically things I'm not completely hideous to look at. I would have thought they'll be okay.
Yeah.
Just stepping into the room and going, "What's this? This, Jason, me talking now is what they should be prepared for." All
Okay,
right.
speech, a beard, and glasses which have been cleaned recently.
Speech, a beard, and glasses which have been cleaned recently. Yes, that is basically what the show is.
But are you the
With
kind of
some
man
jokes.
who enjoys a stage outfit? I mean, how do you see going out there in front of the masses? Because although you're there for the comedy, many comedians like to sort of hone that tweed look or whatever it is that's them. But you're more chilled than that, aren't you?
I am quite chilled about that. Actually, weirdly enough, I was thinking about that today, saying, "Well, should I wear a jacket?" But you know what? I think to myself, if I'm wearing a jacket, I'll get hotter, and I'll end up taking it off anyway and hanging it on the mic stand, which is a bit of a cliche. So, no t-shirt and ironed and
Really?
fitted.
You're going that
yeah.
far?
Well, yeah, I would say so. Yeah, you'll make an effort. It's a tour show, and some jeans with where that work really that fit me, and some decent shoes. I scrub up quite nice, and that's what they can expect really.
Yeah.
A beard, and glasses, and he scrubs up quite nice.
Okay, that is, I think, more than an audience can expect at a comedy night. So I think that's all good. And I love the fact that someone in your press team has been counting, and you've received nearly 500 4 and 5-star reviews on Amazon, and so they're checking through how your book's got on. I like the fact that there's people monitoring that out there for you.
No, it's me. It's me. I counted. I watched them go out one at a time, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm that needy every day. Oh, I've got another one. Oh, that's excellent. That's 398. That's not a joke, by the way. I read them all. I don't have anyone in my press team looking at 4 and 5-star book reviews, but it's nice when you get one.
It is, and I think it's when people can be bothered, and it's getting feedback in the world of comedy when it's not just something thrown at the stage is a positive, isn't it?
Well, I'm all in it for the feedback. I mean, if you didn't understand yet, Jason, my parents neglected me as a child, and I need the adulation of strangers on a nightly basis. It's an illness, honestly.
Okay, so and this is why you hang out on TikTok and Blue Sky and share your mad moments there too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a sharer. I suppose that is true. And if you come to the shows in Stafford or Birmingham, I will share with you.
Whether you like
That's
it or
what
not.
it's about.
Yeah.
Well, not whether they like it or not. I would like that they like it, but I put the stuff that I put out on Instagram and TikTok and all the rest of it. That to a certain extent is whether you like it or not. Right. Here it is. And I hope you like it. But if you don't, please don't say anything horrible about me or, anything else. Which is advice that is not always heeded. But once they come to the stage show, I want them to enjoy it. Of course I do. Yes, I'm giving them a show.
And you are a showman. I think that is it. You are a showman, and you've honed that, haven't you? That's the thing.
It's not my first rodeo, you know what I mean? I've been doing this quite a long time. First gig was in 1863, it was a while ago. I've been looking the fact that you're just looking at me. My first gig was actually in 1991. So
I believe the 1800 date. And
Bless you.
I mean, that was when your teeth were new as well. So
that was a while ago. I've just had them cleaned as well.
Everything's been polished.
I thought I wanted to be well turned out.
Have you just got back from Turkey? Is that what's going on?
No, no, I haven't got back from Turkey. Good question though. I can't remember what the question was now.
We were just rambling, I think. It's going to be a good night. We've established that. The tickets are available. Usual details apply. I mean, gatehousetheatre.co.uk. Just give the Glee Club in Birmingham a bit of a Google. You'll be able to find out what's going on there.
You can go to my website as well, Ian Stone Comedian. You can go to my website and all the tickets are available there as well. And that will take you to the individual sites.
And is it a .com you went for?
It's actually a .co.uk, but if you put Ian Stone Comedian in, normally that's what comes up.
Okay,
so
give it a search. Yeah, but I was just wondering, had you got IanStoneComedian.co.uk?
I have, yeah.
So that's the reassurance that you needed in there in the title of the website, just so you knew. Is this part of the upbringing again?
I'm even needier than I realised. Every time I put that's the name I went for. Every time I put it in, I go, oh yeah, comedian.
That's
Who
me.
it is. It does it in black and white. Wow. I'm going to be slightly depressed after this interview, but
No,
nice to meet you.
we're bigging you up. This is what it is. We're just
Is it?
identifying all of those things that make you you, which is what your audience love.
Yeah. You're putting a very positive spin on it. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay, so have a great time on tour. I know it's going to be a busy one. When do you actually start? Obviously, know the dates when you're in the Midlands.
When do I start? I start on the 15th of January in Biggleswade.
That's a thing, isn't it?
I don't know how to answer that. Yes, it is. I guess it is a thing.
I was just trying to work out whether you were trying to get some cash in before the taxman pays you, but based on 30 days, hopefully you've got your tax bill covered for this time round already.
Well, this is a direction I wasn't expecting the interview to go. No, I think my tax affairs are in order.
That's
Thank
good.
you, Jason.
Just wanted to check. I mean, it's always good to work out when someone is touring and why, because the Christmas gigs normally pay the tax bill. So are you chilling this side of Christmas?
I see what you're saying. No, I'm all right. But the more people come, obviously, the happier I'll be, and that really is what's important here.
Well, they can be rest assured this isn't all just going to the taxman, so that's what counts. So give us your website again, not that we've forgotten.
IanStoneComedian.co.uk.
It's all there, including links to your, should we say content, online content, because he is a content creator, and he's quite clearly an affable man as well, and very well turned out. Ian, lovely to speak to you. Thank you for joining us. Have a fantastic time on the road. Break a leg for that bit, and we look forward to knowing the fact you're going to be in Stafford on the 21st of January, and then 19th of March at the Glee Club in Brum. Thanks again.
Thanks, Jason.
That's your lot for this week. Thank you so much for joining me. Back with episode 849 next week. I'll see you then. Ta-ra for now.
Goodbye from the milk bar. 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 Yeah. Goodbye from the milk bar. Yeah.